YouTube, how's it going? Frogs Angels is back with some more NFL content. Pretty interesting video for you guys today. Quarterback camp battles. I'm going to tell you who should win the quarterback battle of all these teams you see up on the board here, and then who will win. I'll predict who will win. So pretty interesting. So we got the Browns, as you can see on the screen, Baker Mayfield versus Tyrod Taylor. We got the Bills, the Jets, the Ravens, and the Cardinals. We're going over all those teams. Those are the main ones I want to focus on. Before we get into it, subscriber goal. It's 10K subscribers. If you haven't clicked that button yet, please do so to help us out. Thank you very much. But make sure you play along too. Comment who you think should win all these, who will win all these. It's a pretty fun topic, I think. I enjoyed making the graphics on this one. I'm gonna enjoy recording it and seeing all your guys' comments. But let's get this one out of the way first. The Ravens. It's Joe Flacco versus Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar Jackson. I like trying to change the game a little bit, throw teams off. Game planning against this guy is going to be tough in the future, though. So who should win? Joe Flacco's still a guy. He's still a good quarterback. Not as good as he once was. Hasn't really played as close to where he once was, but he can still be a good quarterback, and he should be the starting quarterback this year. But who will win the quarterback battle royale? I think Joe Flacco's going to win it. I don't know. Lamar Jackson is looking pretty impressive. The coaching staff's impressed with him. They're going to somehow use him here and there, but Joe Flacco is going to be the starting quarterback week one, and unless he gets hurt, hopefully I didn't just jinx him. Not what I'm trying to do, but if he doesn't get hurt, he's going to be the quarterback the whole year. So we'll get that one out of the way. Now we're going to get more of the interesting ones. A lot of these were tough, let me tell you. Browns, Tyrod Taylor versus Baker Mayfield. Who should win this battle? Now this is a debate. This is an interesting topic here. I went with Baker Mayfield. Right now, at this moment, Tyrod Taylor's better. He's probably better, not by a long shot. I liked Baker Mayfield a lot. He's my number one quarterback in the draft. Is he going to end up being the number one quarterback in that draft class? There's a chance he may not be, depending on what they do here, depending on, or maybe because he's on the Browns, depending on the other quarterback's chances. But I think he should win because he was the first pick. The Browns are still in somewhat of a rebuild mode. They can win now. They're pretty far along in that process. They can win now. They're not going to contend now. You take a quarterback first overall. You know he's your future. You got to play him now. You just got to, I think. Just think about that. First overall, you could have had Saquon Barkley, who you know. I'm not going to say the pick should have been Saquon Barkley or Bradley Chubb or whatever. That's a different topic. But you passed up on guys that you know would play right now. I think Baker Mayfield can and should play right now. But again, that doesn't mean I don't think Tyrod Taylor's good. He could be better than Baker Mayfield right now, but it's just the Browns situation. It's what they should do. Who will win the job? I'm predicting that Tyrod Taylor will win the job. We heard Hugh Jackson say a lot of the times he think the problem was putting in the young guys too early. They weren't ready. So him saying that, I believe him, and I think he's going to, deep down, it's going to stick in his mind that he really should play Tyrod Taylor, even if he wants to get the rookie rolling early. But it's really on Baker. If he looks super dominant in training camp and in preseason, then they got to go with him. But we'll see. I think they go Tyrod Taylor. I think that's what they want to do. I just don't want to see him, whatever they choose, I don't want to see them just as soon as Tyrod Taylor throws an interception, you start flipping who's the starting quarterback each week, throwing him in and out of games. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You're not getting anywhere doing that. So, should win Baker, even though it's close. Will win Tyrod Taylor. We're on to the Buffalo Bills next. A.J. McCarron versus Josh Allen. Good quarterback battle there. Obviously, they traded up for Josh Allen. We are pretty confident here, and I know you guys out there too are pretty confident the Bills wanted Josh Allen pretty much all along. They got A.J. McCarron kind of late. This is what makes it kind of tough for this situation, really predicting for who will win. So we'll get to that in a second. I want to predict who should win. I went with Josh Allen. You know, he's very raw. He's definitely not ready. A.J. McCarron's better now, but the Bills, I think they've shown us that they want to build. I don't know. I wasn't going to say they're in rebuild mode. They made the playoffs last year, but they've shown that they want to start over with the quarterback and maybe the offensive situation. So you trade up to get a guy. I think you should start now. They wanted Josh Allen all along. I think they should start now. That's just my take. It's a little different than the Baker Mayfield situation because it wasn't the first overall pick. You didn't pass on guys that would 100%. I mean, maybe they did, but they didn't have the first overall pick. But I still think it should be Josh Allen. I think, I mean, he's not 100% ready. He's going to struggle, but for him to learn, he shouldn't just sit there and watch a team that they're not guaranteed to be a good team. They most likely won't be a really good team this year. You can't just sit there and watch that and get thrown into a bad situation. Just start going with them now. You did want them really bad, so roll with them now. Who will win? Now, this is where I was talking about before. I think this is what makes it tough because Josh Allen, they may say, is not ready, so they may throw McCarron. You could have put Peterman up here too. I guess they did like him last year, but maybe not after that one game. But they got McCarron pretty late in free agency, so he was sitting there kind of like, can we let this guy just sit here? I think we got to get him just in case. So by looking at it like that, maybe Josh Allen. But I think at the end of the day, I think they'll go with McCarron. I just really think so. I think Josh Allen maybe won't look that great in training camp and in preseason. So they'll go with the more polished guy, which is AJ McCarron. Not a huge fan of him. I mean, he's okay. Can start. He's better than a lot of different quarterbacks in the NFL. But I think you got to start looking at your future here with Josh Allen. That's why you wanted him so bad. So we'll see. This one was definitely a hard one to pick. But we're on to the Arizona Cardinals. It's Sam Bradford versus Josh Rosen. Another very tough one, maybe harder than the Bills. Because Sam Bradford's a very good quarterback when healthy. When healthy. That's the key right there. Yes, I said very good quarterback. He's been I mean, on the Vikings, it's been a pretty good team over there. Can the Cardinals be that good? I think they can be a solid team if everyone stays healthy. David Johnson including. The defense has got to play a little better, but Bradford can play, but Josh Rosen was known as maybe more of the pro-ready quarterbacks in the draft. They took him in the first round. They had to have him. And he's been looking very, very good in training camp OTAs, so it's a very tough one to see which direction they're going to go in. Even though I think Bradford he's good now, and compared to the other teams we went over, he's definitely better than the veteran guys on those teams. Even though I think that, and I hate saying it, you kind of got to be waiting to when he's going to get hurt. You kind of expect it to happen. So you can't just mess around here for a while. You gotta go with Josh Rosen. He's pro ready. He's looked really good. Bradford's not your future. I mean, even if he stays healthy, on the Vikings, he somehow stayed healthy his first full year, and then it was mind-blowing. And then the next year, it was finished one game, and then sometime he got hurt. So it's not gonna work out long-term, not even close to long-term, even though he's good. Josh Rosen, the time should start now. Who will win? I think Josh Rosen will win, even though Bradford's good. The injury thing's got to be sitting in the back of their mind. Bradford maybe not going full out in practice in preseason. Josh Rosen going full go, being the guy. He's gotten first-team reps already, and he's going to look good doing it leading up to week one. It's tough because Bradford's going to look good in his limited reps, and he is good. But I think it's got to be Rosen. It's got to be. It should be. I think it will be. But it's really up in the air. It's really up in the air. So, again, on all these, let me know your guys' thoughts. Who should win? Who will win? But we got one more to do. It's the New York Jets. Save this one for last because you got three guys here. You got McCown, you got Darnold, and you got Teddy Bridgewater. So they did a good job mixing it up here. I think they need to do better maybe on the rest of the team. Really, they got a young defense. I like the way like their direction. But McCown played actually pretty well last year until he got hurt. Obviously, the intangibles are there. The mechanics are there. His head's there. He's a good teacher for these other two guys. And he can play right now. Darnold was the second overall pick, or the third overall pick. He was expected to go first pretty much all along. Did not, so the Jets consider it a steal. A lot of people consider it a steal. I know I wasn't super high on Sam Darnold. I don't think he's ready. But maybe the Jets do. They're very high on him. Teddy Bridgewater, led the Vikings to the playoffs the last time he played a full season, and that team wasn't nearly as good as their team is now. So think about that. How did he do that? He was very good, but that was before the injury. Is he okay? Is he good to go? That is the big question. So that's actually not very tough for me for who should win. It's tough for me for who will win. Who should win? Even though there's still a big question mark, I'm always been a big Teddy Bridgewater fan. I mean, watching him at Louisville, he was one of my favorite quarterback prospects. And my favorite thing to do here, a lot of you know, is cover the draft. I think that's what I'm best at. Out of everything I know that's what I'm best at. Out of everything else that I cover, for sure. I like Teddy Bridgewater. I like the idea of him. He's very athletic. The main thing is he's very accurate and he's very smart. Does the injury change that? It really shouldn't change that. The only thing it should change is, can he stay on the field without getting hurt? He's a very tough person. So I think he can. We'll see, though. But even if we'll see if he gets the chance. But I think out of these three, I think he's the best one now. Even though McCarron looked pretty good last year, I think he's there to be the mentor. He's there to be the coach. I think his time's kind of ending. Bridgewater, it's a question mark, but we're never going to know if we don't play him. And he was looking, it's very unfortunate because he was going to be legit. He was going to be a very good quarterback. So I'm going with Teddy Bridgewater. I'm giving him a chance. But who will win? I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win the job. So for me, it was very hard. It's between McCown and Darnold. They liked McCown last year, but he got hurt too. But obviously he's good to go. But I went with Darnold here because I think they got a steal with them. I think why most people thought he was the number one quarterback is because he does everything right, but when the moment comes, he wasn't very accurate. Decision-making wasn't there. But everything in the pocket, leadership, all that was on point. So I think in practice, I think he's really going to really impress them. I mean, they're already very impressed with them. They were ecstatic that they got him in the first place. So I think Darnold will start. And the decision's got to be made about what the Jets' path is. And they already know it, really. They already know it. I think they know that they're not going to win right now. So really playing McCown, I don't think it's going to do you any good for the future. I think it's got to be Darnold or Teddy. My choice would be Teddy. But it could be Darnold. And you did take him third overall. So I can't complain if they do that. Even though I think Teddy's the better quarterback, you take a quarterback third overall, honestly, you probably should start him. But Bridgewater is young, so I make an exception there, and I think he's very good. Kind of got to wait and see, though, if he gets the chance. But another big point I wanted to make, I've been making it, I've never been a fan of sitting the quarterbacks, like purposely, right when you draft them, especially if you draft them early. I think people saw what happened to Brady. That was just luck. He was a late-round quarterback, and that's how it was supposed to go, really. But then Rodgers. Rodgers is the best quarterback right now, or second best, whatever they think. We're going to do exactly what they did with Rodgers. But look it's mind-blowing. Look who Rodgers was sitting behind. He was sitting behind one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Brett Favre. And learning from him, that coaching staff was ridiculous. It's a ridiculous organization, a very good organization. And these other teams do it. They sit him behind some mediocre or average guy. Not saying that's the case here. McCown's a very smart quarterback. Teddy Bridgewater's a good quarterback. So I'm not saying it's the case for the Jets here. But just in general, I don't really agree with it. Just sitting behind some random guy and then the season's over earlier than it should be in the season, and throw the guy in there when everyone, maybe there's some, I mean, not everyone, but some guys aren't going 100% anymore. It's the season's over. Throw him in a bad situation. It's not good for the guy. It's not good for his head. It's not good for his game. Never agreed with it. I understand if it's like a later pick or maybe even a later first round pick, but if it's really, I look at Josh Rosen, I look at Baker Mayfield mainly. I mean, those two guys, those guys got to play. Those guys got to play right now. Josh Allen too. They got to play right now. A little bit different situation with Darnold here. You got two good quarterbacks ahead of them, and they want them to learn from McCown still. So it's in the Ravens. I like Lamar Jackson, but I mean Joe Flacco's a Super Bowl winning quarterback, no brainer. So let me know your guys' thoughts on all these. Make your predictions in the comment. Love seeing them. Love everyone involved. Appreciate everyone's support. Our subscriber goal is 10K subscribers, so if you can help us get there, that'd be much appreciated. But that'll do it for this one. Stay tuned for more sports content to come. Goodbye.